Hallo und herzlich willkommen auf dem Kanal CrossNerd bei einem neuen Spiel, einem neuen Let's Play, That Dragon Cancer. Wir spielen ein Spiel, das nicht so lange dauert. Soll so circa 2 Stunden gehen. Und das Besondere an diesem Spiel ist, dass es die Geschichte erzählt eines Kindes, und dessen Eltern, dessen Kind an Krebs gestorben ist. Und dieses Spiel verarbeitet genau diese Gefühle. Ich will gar nicht zu sehr jetzt drüber reden. Wir starten gleich direkt rein in das Spiel. Ich wollte es nur am Anfang ganz kurz sagen, dass das jetzt kein klassisches Let's Play wahrscheinlich wird. Ich bin mal auch gespannt, wie viel ich überhaupt rede. Vielleicht zwischendurch ein paar Sachen kommentiere. Aber ich will hier gar nicht zu viel euch irgendwie rausnehmen aus der Geschichte. Ich habe selber noch nicht wirklich angeguckt. Ich habe nur ein paar Screenshots gesehen und bin gespannt, was da passiert. Ich glaube, das Spiel ist auf Englisch. Ich werde gleich noch, bevor wir direkt reinstarten, schauen, ob man Untertitel anmachen kann oder nicht, oder wie es aussieht. Ansonsten müsst ihr mit Englisch in dem Fall leben. Ich hoffe, dass ich auch alles verstehe. Ich bin jetzt nicht das allergrößte Genie da drin, aber das wird schon funktionieren. Genau. Das heißt, ich starte jetzt gleich rein und werde davor aber noch offscreen gucken, ob ich an den Optionen noch was ändern kann.
Okay, guys, give some to Joel. Share with Joel. Yeah. Almost.
Here we go.
That's a good throw. Look, they got it. Look, they got your bread.
Oh, don't touch the birds. No. Don't touch the birds. No, they're gross. Yuck. Okay. Did you see that one almost bit him? No. Hold on. Hey. Here. Here's some. Go.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, give Joel some bread.
Mom, he threw the whole piece.
Oh.
Well, Isaac, you gotta give him little pieces. He doesn't understand. Here you go, Joel. Here's a piece. Okay, no, you throw it.
Joel's almost 5, right?
Yeah.
Mom, but he can't talk.
It's true.
Yeah.
Who else can talk?
Yeah, no.
Why can't Joel?
Well, Joel got sick right after he turned 1.
Kind of slowed him down a little bit, buddy.
So he's just slower than most kids. I think eventually he'll catch up.
You think Joel will read?
Yeah, I think Joel will read eventually.
Well, Isaac, of course. He's just delayed. Because,
Yeah.
Joel's supposed to be a boy, but he's a baby. He's a boy baby.
Yep, he's a boy baby. That's just about right. You know, there's lots of things Joel isn't good at, but there's some things he is good at. What is he good at?
eating, laughing. I'm good at making them laugh.
You are good at making them laugh. How do you make them laugh?
I fall down.
Yeah. It's really funny when you fall down.
He's good at showing us what he loves.
Yeah.
Ente ist satt, ne? Park at the edge of the world.
What does Joel love? Wawa. In cups, bathtubs, and the warm, wet tongues and the cool fur of Das. And maybe the sweet mois of daily affection, and bye-byes, and blown kisses, and more. Oh, always more. This full list of words. So few words.
Ich mag den Artstyle, muss ich sagen.
Is your time? No, but very soon. Do you think they know? Can they sense it? None of them know. No one ever realizes how short the time is.
Und da gehen wir lang. Sind wir der Dad gerade? Ich glaube schon, ne? Schauen wir uns mal diesen Baum an, würde ich sagen.
You won't understand. They will with time. You don't know that.
So. Ich will tatsächlich gar nicht zu viel reden.
What is pain without a word for it? What is hope without a word for it? Who is God? What is joy?
Gute Fragen, ne? Wir sind nicht der Dad.
Who am I to him? Dada.
Just giving Jill a kiss.
Give him a kiss. Can you give Zoe a kiss? Zoe kisses.
You say hi, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. Hi,
Now give Jill a kiss.
Ja, ein bisschen mit dem Kind spielen.
Ready? Set? Go!
Ich war früher auch sehr gerne auf Spielplätzen. Yeah. Bei die Dinge habe ich immer nicht so
What do you
ganz
think,
verstanden.
Isaac? He's in a hospital, so they're taking care of him, and that's how he gets his food. His food goes
Ready?
through that too. Yeah.
Set. Go!
You want to touch him? Yeah.
Sind wir die Mom
Just
gerade
pat
in dem
his cheek,
Moment?
okay?
Wahrscheinlich
Okay.
schon, oder?
Pat his cheek. Yes. See?
Are you ready?
It's Jolie.
Set.
Yeah.
Oh, zu früh
Okay,
geklickt.
Joel. Ready?
Naja, wir haben ja schon
You can just pat his
entsprechend hier mit ihm
head.
gespielt.
What do you think, Isaac?
Ist da hinten eigentlich noch was?
He's in a
Gehen wir
hospital,
mal
so
noch
they're
hier hin
taking
zum
care of him.
Karussell. Oh, heutzutage wird mir bei Karussells immer schlecht, muss ich sagen. Aber früher als Kind sehr gerne Karussell gespielt, gedreht.
Is your leg okay? She's laying on your leg. She isn't. It's fine.
That is a duck.
Is your leg okay? She's laying on your leg.
Oh, ich glaube, das da drüben mit der Schaukel haben wir noch nicht vollständig gemacht, glaube ich. Oder? Oder muss ich hier noch... Was muss ich hier denn machen? Oder kann ich hier hinten? Guck mal, ach hier. Wahrscheinlich, ne?
Hey babe, just got done at the doctor. Now they think that maybe he's throwing up all the time because he has acid reflux. So they gave me a medication and we can give it to Joel, and they said we have to give it at least 3 full days, but that if he's still throwing up after that we can come back. And I mentioned the head tilt thing again, even though they keep saying it's not related, but you always have to mention that one weird outlying thing. So I told them how his head was tilted to the right, but they still say that that's probably not related at all. So I guess we'll just give this a try, and I don't know, I'll tell you more about it when you get home.
Boah, da krieg ich Gänsehaut.
Fear is cancer's preservative, cancer's embalming oil. And you, O accuser, are fear's oil salesman. You're a snake, a serpent, a dragon with snuffed out coal on his breath, molting, and talons broken from the struggle to free yourself of your own skin.
That dragon, Cancer. On hospital time.
Hey, do you want to rock? Okay, let's rock. There we go. Oh, shh, 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 shh.
Oh wow.
Hey babe, I was just thinking, do you ever think maybe Joel can hear better than he's supposed to be able to? Because I know, like, it's supposed to be moderate to severe hearing loss, but sometimes, like today, he hears music playing before I do. So I saw him dancing, and I had to look around to hear that a song was playing. And I just don't, like, if his hearing loss is that bad, I can't imagine. I don't know, I just wonder about it. Anyway, call me later. Bye.
Bye. Oh wow. What's up? Ah, so. Ah. Das ist cool irgendwie, das geht so flüssig über irgendwie. Na? Ist das ganz am Anfang? Was ist das? Ich bin mir nicht ganz so sicher, was hier gerade auf uns zufliegt. Aber ich halte es mal davon ab. Vielleicht auch nicht. Das sind so Luftballons. Klar.
Well,
ist der Krebs wahrscheinlich, ne? Puh.
Joel.
Geträumt.
Oh, hey. I just wanted to take a shower. Is that okay? Are you okay with Joel?
Jo,
Okay, thanks.
klar. Huch, wo ist er hin? Ah, da. Voll gefühlt. Oh, ein Hund. Oh. Ist da was bei uns?
We're just gonna teach him.
Stop.
Oh, you look at him shoot. Joel, what's this? What's this one?
That's peanut butter.
He loves it.
Okay.
Come here. Sit. Easy.
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 Hey, easy, Axel. Good. Isn't that funny? Isn't that goofy? Yeah. He snatches it out of your hand. Well, you got some entertainment tonight, didn't you, Joel?
Stay. Stop.
Oh, you look at him. Shoot. What is that? Lick it. Lick it.
Why is he grabbing crazy? It's a real puppy.
Sind das unterschiedliche? Ja. Da klopft es an die Tür. Ich glaube, wir schlüpfen da manchmal in verschiedene Rollen, ne? Von Freunden. End of Treatment Party. Kann ich auch wieder zurück? Licht ändert sich. Ich gehe mal hier lang. Einfach nur, weil es nicht geradeaus ist. Oh. Uhr 11. One new voicemail.
Hey, honey, we're on our way home from the hospital now. So if you wanted to preheat the oven starting in about 30 minutes, that would work, and we could throw in that lasagna. Do you know how they celebrate off-treatment day, like when kids are done with their treatments? I guess maybe you don't because you're not in the clinic as much as I am, but on someone's last day, they always bring them a cake and they sing happy off therapy day to you. Anyway, that happened today. I mean, it happens a lot, but today I cried. I just wanted that day so bad, you know? I just we're not ever gonna get that day. If he's better, we won't know that he's better. We don't get a day. Anyway, Okay, call me if you can. Like, there's probably traffic, so I could talk on my way home. All right, bye.
Treatment Day. Ist das so, wenn aus dem Krankenhaus rauskommen? Ich weiß es ehrlich gesagt nicht. Wird er bei uns wahrscheinlich nicht so gefeiert. In Deutschland. Vielleicht täusche ich mich da auch. Yeah, nice. Ja, kann ich da nicht rechts? Ich versuche hier gerade. Okay, Moment. Hier, jetzt. Ich will das hier. Nice. Weg damit. Und. So. Ich glaube, das darf ich wahrscheinlich nicht treffen. Und nochmal. Bam. Witzig. Guck mal, was wir alles haben. Yeah. Lumbar Punctures, Numinous Scans, Blood Transfusions. Wow, was ist das denn alles? Oh. Okay.
Well, how long is it going to be before we can have some answers?
Harter Cut.
Did anyone ask the doctor?
Okay, is it just the doctor on call, or is this our doctor? Well, because the on-call doctor is just a resident.
Is there a way we could talk to our doctor? It just seemed like yesterday in clinic they were going to let us go. I just want to know what the plan is.
Who canceled the treatment?
Isn't it dangerous for him not to get it? I thought he needed that.
I know you're just going to let her say, but can I just talk to the doctor?
Wow, harter Cut, ey. Ist das jetzt quasi so die... Die Nachricht? Das muss schon ein Schock sein. Ne? The Temple of Man. Wow. What's going on? Ich kann nichts machen. Glaube ich. Hier. Verdacht, Diagnose.
Hey, it's you again. I love you, my friend. This is my favorite game. Do you want to see? Watch how I started. You touch it right here, Then the big lion comes. You know a scary lion? It's so loud. I can roar just like him. Yeah, hear me roar? Why? Don't be afraid. You might want to cover your ears.
Wow.
Here comes the animals. Turtles is my favorite.
Ah, okay. So. Waking up. But have no fear. Our story's just begun. Elsie, we love you dearly and miss you daily. See you soon. To everyone who's ever died of cancer, especially my father and grandmother, rest in peace, Hank, Marsha, and all the rest of you beautiful, beautiful people. I hope that whatever's become of you, you are presently better off than you were at the end of your life. We miss you. Bradley Seward, 1979 till 1983. Miss you always. Hugs to all my UIHC kids and families. Greg Rice. To my hero, Henry M. Matthews Dahl. ist das 12. März 1998 bis 18. Mai 2008. Oder gibt es noch so viele? Have faith like children and love like Christ. Why do it if it's not fun? In memory, Rick Miller. Jason Javier Sanchez, 1980 till 2008, forever in our hearts. You're stronger than you know. Love will keep you strong. Die ganzen Kappen. If every hour wounds, let us sit a minute. In loving memory of Maria and Emil Hostowski. Love you, Papa. Even now, you still make me laugh. I miss you, Rachel. Take my tears, love, they will carry you home. Das sind aber nicht die Karten an sie, ne? Das sind irgendwie generell Karten. I still love you, girl from Mars. We belong to each other. Ja, wahrscheinlich ist das aber schon auch das Gefühl, ne? Dass du hunderte, aber hunderte an Karten irgendwie bekommst. Oh wow, sind das viele. Die kann man gar nicht alle lesen. Ich würde sie gern... Ach. Sollen wir sie alle lesen? To say we miss ya is an understatement. Love you, Mom. DLB. I shall cover you with my hand until I have passed. Nada en el mundo me importa más que mi hijo, Juan. Der 5. 5, ne? In memory of Divana and Jason. Das sind generell wahrscheinlich Karten an Verstorbene. Nein. Das hier. Our hero Orion strong, not even cancer could hold you back. I miss you, Mom. Monica F. Winters forever touched all those who knew her. Jarek Goring, the family misses you so much. Ich will die nicht alle lesen. Oh, das sind noch so viele mehr. Die lesen wir noch. Don't let speed bumps become the mountains they try to be. Oh, sind das viele. Und es werden wahrscheinlich noch viel, viel mehr. In jedem Raum. Überall. An jeder Ecke. Viola och eik, Mama och Papa als Christ. Auch verschiedene Sprachen. In jedem Land. To Bryden and Beckham, my whole heart, love, Daddy. Das kann jeden treffen. Bob, you were a great man. You live on in us. You live on in us. Ich will noch darüber. Ah, ich sehe da, ich kann da nur hingucken. Okay. In loving memory of Paul and Graylin Stevens. Love you, miss you, now and always. Wir werden überflutet von Karten, von Leidbekundungen. Boah, dass du das gar nicht alles lesen kannst. I'm sorry, guys, it's not good. Nochmal? Ah.
Farmer Bill plays building blocks with the cows. Farmer Bill plays fetch with the pigs. Farmer Bill plays go fish with the ducks. The ducks always win. The horse can type 70 words a minute. The horse has invented a new scripting language called Equiscript. Farmer Bill doesn't like it when the ducks get the mail. They always bring back a lot of bills. Farmer Bill owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. Farmer Bill separates the sheeps from the goats. Sheep go to heaven. Goats go to town.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
Oh.
Size matters. If I know how big it is, I can face it, I can size it up.
And it's quite small at this point, but unfortunately the size isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy.
Because I have imagined it. I've imagined it a lot, but not like this. It's different. I thought I would sob uncontrollably or puke just right on the floor. I thought I'd shake or wail or something. I guess this is shock. Tragedy, he said. That's right. That's the perfect word for this. It's a tragedy. I wonder if he says that every time. He's crying a little. I love him for that. He's not callous, he's genuinely sad. She is too.
So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
We're very good at end-of-life care. We're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life.
How long are we talking about?
Prediction time again. No matter what I say, they'll wish it was longer. But sometimes longer is worse. A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
Is Nick crying?
How long are we talking about?
How am I gonna hold it together now?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
Is Nick crying?
How long are we talking about?
How am I gonna hold it together now?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
I cannot cry. They shouldn't feel like they have to comfort me.
Back Monday and we can talk about palliative treatment.
Palliative?
Palliative is medicine you give at the end of life to improve the quality of life. Its goal is to treat the symptoms, but it can't cure Joel.
We'll do a lumbar puncture and talk to our radiation oncologist to decide whether we could do some radiation or just chemotherapy.
What would the radiation do?
Well, the radiation could probably kill the tumor we see now, which would prevent it from causing any symptoms. But it would not keep more tumors from developing, because we know if it spread here, it would spread other places too.
So, the radiation would buy us some time.
No, nothing will really buy us any time at this point. It just can make the time you have left more comfortable. So, we'll schedule you to come back in Monday, and we'll have some options for you to consider. We're so sorry. I hate this part of the job. The impotent confession of failure to parents that are still trying desperately to hold on to hope for a breakthrough. They're not wrong. We'll find something. We'll get better. But not in time to help Joel.
Sorry guys, it's not good.
I wish they wouldn't thank us for bad news.
They've always been clear! Joel's had a recurrence of his tumor. Where is it? How big is it? Well, it's in the frontal cortex, and it's quite small at this point. But unfortunately, the size isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means chemotherapy is failed. This is a tragedy. With an ATRT, as soon as you have a recurrence in time, it is fatal. It is only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We have already thrown all the chemotherapy we have at it. We can't continue with giving chemotherapy that we know it's resistant to. There just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
We're very good at end-of-life care. We're very good at managing pain and masking symptoms at the end of life. How long are we talking about?
Whoa. Adrift.
many things stirring around in my spirit that I have to write to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's faithfulness.
Jo.
Guys, are you ready for bed?
Joel, lay down. Okay. Should we do a song?
Sure.
Okay, big boys, why don't you come in here and we'll sing the littles a lullaby.
I'm tired.
I know, it's bedtime. Ugh, okay. Elijah, lay down.
Babe, did you even check in his mouth?
Joel, no.
Joel has chicken stuffed in his cheeks from dinner.
Get it out, that is so disgusting.
Been in there for the last 2 hours. Okay, hold on, I'm trying. Joel, ouch! Stop.
Did he just bite you?
Yeah, I think he like just put too much in his mouth so he can't swallow.
He was just saving it for later, babe. Like he needed a midnight snack.
He's the little chipmunk.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
A bigger version.
A big version of a little chipmunk. Do you guys remember when he couldn't even eat any solids and because he couldn't swallow? Do you remember that from the surgery? How it hurt his ability to swallow, so we had to give him bottles?
Yeah, I remember one time we had pizza, so he chewed it all up and then spat it out everywhere.
So gross.
It was.
I remember that. That was
so gross. But he just wanted to try things so bad. He wanted to taste them. He wanted to be like you guys. Because you got to taste foods. He loved to eat, and I remember all I wanted was for him to be able to kind of eat like a normal kid and have normal things. I thought he'd never be able to swallow normal food. But then he did.
And now he eats everything.
Everything. Like he eats pizza and pretzels and chicken.
And fingers. He tried fingers.
He's been eating dad's fingers.
Ow, Joel! God!
Okay.
And penguins.
Okay. Settle down. Come here. Let's sing a song. Okay. What should we sing, Isaac?
When you will.
Okay.
Because I like it.
Yay. Hey. You guys, I love to have fun with you.
Trying to get the little
But at
stories.
bedtime, every time, Elijah, lay down. When you guys get real silly, then they try to get silly too. So instead, will we be calm and will you kind of just help me sing to them?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. When the sun is setting, we know, lay that down. It's done. We laughed and played.
We've been through so much already. This is a new degree of tragedy, but it's not so much different from the struggle we've already been living. We pressed into God. We pressed into faith. We fought until we found peace. We stood in peace when our flesh wanted to strive more. We stood in peace when it started to feel like laziness or foolishness or both. We waited for God to direct us specifically in prayer because all the directions we had initiated had not panned out. We prayed for no nausea, because that's what we felt in our spirits we were supposed to pray, even though we'd prayed it countless times before while Joel continued to vomit. We saw one small miracle, and then another. We waited to pray specific things until we were given specific direction, and we saw bigger miracles. And yet, if you asked either of us if we were doing enough, trying hard enough, we would say no.
Dear Eli, I feel nothing but pride for the way you battled cancer. I remember the way you learned to ride your tricycle down the hospital hallway instead of down the sidewalk like other 3-year-olds. It was hard for me to pray to God, thy will be done, when I really just wanted so desperately for him to heal you. In the 4.5 years that you dealt with harsh treatments, only once did you ask why God let you get cancer. I hope he has been able to explain the why to you, as I have always believed that he knew how strong you were and wanted to use you in your situation to positively impact so many lives. I remember how you never let me go to bed without telling me that you loved me and how those were your very last words to me. You taught me what was truly important in life, son. Still now, years after you left Earth, people are impacted by your life and the lessons you taught us. Thousands of people from around the world read your blog and still feel such a strong connection to you, even though they never met you in person.
Ich werde doch noch mal ganz kurz zurückgucken.
Together, and we've had so much fun. Now close your eyes. I'll sing you a lullaby.
Okay. Ich dachte, vielleicht das habe ich noch mal so gesehen.
Just close your eyes and listen to this lullaby. Even though
You would be happy to know that we continue to sell the Beat Cancer t-shirts that you love so much. We're still using them to raise awareness and funds for childhood cancer research and family and patient support programs. When you passed away, my greatest fear was that you would be forgotten. So many people still talk about you and how you changed their lives. That is such a precious gift to me as your father. Eli, you truly impacted more lives in your almost 8 years on Earth than many people do in a lifetime. I love you, buddy, and I can't wait to see you again. Love, Dad.
So, how long will we be in California?
I don't actually know. That's kind of why we're packing up everything, is because if the trial works really well, then maybe we'll stay in California for a really long time. Like, as long as it keeps helping Joel, then we want to stay and do the best we can for him and stay there where he's getting help. But if the medicine starts to not work, as soon as it's not helping him, I promise we'll come back home.
Are we going to Disneyland?
Yeah, of course. What do you think, Caleb? You okay with leaving for so long?
I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of not. I mean, I think it'll be fun, but I just don't like missing school.
Oh, yeah?
You're the only 8-year-old to ever. That's amazing.
I hate to miss school, huh? But, like, why?
Well, I just hate having all that homework that I have to do.
Oh,
you
hate catching up from missing school.
Your teachers are going to send me homework, and we'll just try to do a little bit of it every day, so it won't be that bad, but there'll still be fun stuff we can
How
do.
many kids get to go on an adventure to California in the middle of the school year? I'd say that's pretty cool. And we're going to be staying in the middle of San Francisco near Golden Gate Park, and there's a museum, and there's a botanic garden, and there's the Golden Gate Bridge, and water, and a prison, and I promise not to leave you in the prison.
Alcatraz.
Hopefully we can get out of that. That'd be cool. Anyway, so we're gonna have lots of fun, and we're gonna spend lots of time as a family together, and lots of time with Joel too.
Yeah, yay and sad. It's kind of all of those things, huh? Is it all the things, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see Joel, you know, like needing so much help.
Yeah. I think, like, for me, sometimes I'm kind of excited and sometimes I'm kind of sad. And I just kind of feel all of that. So it's okay if you guys feel all of that too, because I feel all of those things.
As this long day draws to a close, I am tired, but not sleepy. My face is puffy from crying. I have a dry throat and dry hands, a slight headache, and a desire to write down absolutely everything. I want to describe the feeling of being entirely empty and entirely resolute. I want to explore how I can be deeply sad and incredibly hopeful at the same time. I want to talk about holding Joel's hand. Walking down the hall, wanting to soak in the moment, to memorize the feeling of having his hand and mine, to let it matter. And then hating that my thoughts swing to, because what if I can't hold his hand one day? And hating that thought, wishing I could just appreciate each second of Joel without that appreciation spilling into the pre-mourning I refuse to do because I believe he will live. But instead of fighting the brief thoughts of mourning, choosing to fight instead that lie that says that those thoughts betray some doubt, some mistrust of God, when I know that those thoughts make me human. That God knows I am human. He doesn't make Joel's victory dependent on me never feeling unsure. I won't let myself hold anything back this time. I would rather feel disappointed and let God heal my heart than to feel like I did not push myself as far as I possibly could in faith for my son.
I remember the day I was diagnosed. I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kalwinsky, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
Her expectation is so maddening sometimes. You know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life And I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents and supernatural miracles. I envy her.
Wow. Joel the Baby Knight.
Hop in bed, boys. Let's go.
Boys, get in bed.
Oh, can you at least tell us a story?
That dragon. Cancel. Press button to start.
Sure.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the Baby Knight?
Yes, Joel the Baby Knight. But he's also Joel the very brave knight. And he was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
Yeah.
Because of his tumor?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Whoa.
Is the dragon big?
Very big.
Nice.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
So
What?
much fire, you guys.
Ich hab mich geduckt. Nein, okay, das war... Ich hab mich geduckt. Jetzt.
So, Joel has armor, like a sword and a shield and stuff? Ooh, or maybe a spear?
Yeah, that sounds good. So, brave Sir Joel with his sword and his shield and his awesome spear and his super jumping ability was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
What other... Oh, it says he has.
He also has grace.
That's not a superpower.
It's the best superpower.
Do you guys know what grace means?
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Punkte wollen wir natürlich mitnehmen.
You know, and he's not the only one who's ever tried to fight this dragon. Some very brave knights have fought this dragon and lost. And some are able to drive the dragon off. And they can go home and they can quit fighting for a while. And the kingdom is...
Joel's been fighting this dragon for a long time, huh?
A long time.
But Joel found a nice empty cave where he could rest. And it seems like the dragon couldn't find him. But just when he thought that the danger was past, the dragon found his hiding spot and came after him in the cave.
Well, that dragon's going to kill Joel. Joel's going to lose.
Why do you say that?
Because Joel is just a baby. Babies can't kill dragons.
You're right. the baby can't kill the dragon. But that's the best part of this story. God fights for Joel. So he fights that dragon cancer right with Joel. And we know that God can win even if Joel can't. That's grace.
Tim from Church Mom, he died from cancer. Wasn't God fighting for him? Didn't he have grace?
Of course, God fought for Tim too. Tim fought so well. He was so brave, so strong. God let him rest. It may have seemed like the dragon won because Tim died. But we know that Tim's in heaven, and that he's with God, and that God is so proud of him. So maybe for Tim getting to be done fighting was
Das war doch gescriptet. Drowning.
Ryan! Oh, Ryan, get in the boat.
I can't.
You have to, you'll drown.
We're already drowning. How can you sit there like that?
Despair doesn't help anything.
Neither does false hope. And I'm not despairing.
How can you say false hope? You're drowning!
Well, you're missing your oars! And you don't even know where you're going. And yet you're so sure you're gonna get there.
It's better than drowning.
Well, enjoy floating on the surface like you always do.
There's nothing deep about drowning. Just get in the boat.
You have to let me feel this! Someone has to.
That's not fair. I love him as much as you do. I just really believe we're going to be okay.
Wie wir alle unterschiedlich mit Trauer umgehen und mit Krisen.
I'm sure my expectation looks like denial. But seeing Joel dying does not make me any less certain that he will be healed. In some ways, I feel more certain, not because the same doubts don't come to me, but because I know that they will not be entertained much longer, because this chapter is almost finished, and we will have an ending one way or the other. So the doubts and fears that make me reaffirm that even if I'm wrong, this is where I stand, become less and less powerful. People's conciliatory words of comfort meant to reassure us and help us accept Joel's death don't sit well with me. They aren't offensive because I know the heart behind them is good, but they are weak words because it's so obvious to me that death is the given. I don't have to work to be ready for it or accept it. It is coming whether I would accept it or not. It has been coming slowly for so long. I don't have to work to understand that Joel is dying. It is obvious. Heaven is amazing. And so I'm not worried about death. It will come regardless of where I stand and wait. But now, death is circling close enough for redemption to finally feel closer.
Dear Mr. Barnett, I'm not sure if this letter will get to you. However, I felt the need to write to you in your company. My daughter recently passed away after a long battle with cancer, and she was only 14 years old. In our short time with her, we saw her transformed from our wonderful little girl into a sickly child who spent far too many days in her bed full of pain. And we worried that we would never see her happy again. Well, the hospital gave her access to a computer, and she found her way to your game. I'm unsure really what it is, but from the day that she began playing Legends of Terrace, our daughter changed. She sat up, she was excited, she smiled again. She told us all these stories about what she was doing in the lands, all the things she wanted to do in real life but was too sick to try. She swam in the ocean, rode a horse, she had birthdays, bought a house, and she went on adventures with these new friends from all over the world. I don't know how to explain the happiness that it brought to us. For a short while, our daughter returned to us. She'd regained the wonder and an optimism that the illness had taken from her. She talked about strange lands that you had made, the creatures, magical things, and adventures she went on. She lost her battle for life, but you helped bring our daughter back for a short time. And for that, we're eternally thankful. Sincerely, Julie.
We miscarry at week 12. Sad, sad. But surely the next one will go better. It does. We relax after week 12. The belly grows. We take pictures. Alex talks and plays music to the little one inside. I walk on the frozen North Sea. Skip the sauna. No risk to this one. Week 29, a sonogram bonus. Twins! We float on air. We brainstorm names. Week 31, we crash. Too soon. Too soon. They whimper, open eyes, look into ours. Off to the incubators. We drag ourselves home, cry, hope, pray. We visit, touch, keep track on a wall chart. Stefan's heart beats strong. He grasps a finger. Then he fades, his brain bruised from breech birth. Day 5, he dies. We grieve, but pray for Nicholas. He gains weight, his heart is strong. Then he too fades, his intestinal tract necrotic, falling apart. Day 10, Nicholas dies. We want to die too. We despair into darkness, but hold together. Not easy when a child dies. The what-ifs torment for a while. What if I hadn't swum? If I hadn't lifted groceries? If we'd had a different doctor? But we go on to have 3 wonderful living children. Still, we miss these 2 always.
Dear Julie, thank you for your letter. I am honored to have played any small part in bringing your daughter joy. She will be missed within the game. I knew your daughter as Hanara of the Knights Guild. In our world, she lived in Dvardik and defended the city many times from the forces of evil. Your daughter may have ultimately lost her battle with that dragon cancer, but in my game, she was the dragon slayer. Since you don't know much about the game or who she was there, I'm sending you a screenshot of one of your daughter's adventures. Sincerely, Paul.
I'm reminded that having faith does not mean denying what is happening to Joel. Faith means knowing exactly what is happening and also knowing that God has a truth that trumps every other fact.
Outside the Knights Guild, you stand in front of the Particulars entrance to the Knights Guild. The Particulars is currently raised, allowing access southwards to the Cadre. North leads to the Dark Tower. Obvious exits north, south, southeast, southwest. Suit of armor is offering a quest. Use show quests. Hands. You're carrying a wildly flaming longsword in your right hand, your left hand is empty. Nephirus flies to the north, the Lammer Gyre screeches at you. Nephirus files from the north, letting out a loud screech. Hello! Inara says, hello. The sun has begun to set across the land of Terrace. Vasari, the goddess of time and history, appears before you. Please be patient, as a record your deeds from this day. You feel a comforting sensation as a strange glow appears before you. Vasari smiles upon you. Thank you for your patiences. Neferis says, hey! Salute, Nef. You snap to attention and salute Nephirus. Nephirus dismounts from her furtive lammer gyre. Look, Hinara, profession. She is a human fighter in excellent health. She appears to be a novice and a warder of the gate of the Knights Guild. She is a great unwashed of Dvardik. She is a citizen in good standing. She is carrying a wildly flaming longsword in her right hand. Her left hand is empty. Her armor consists of dragon helm, padded cloth armor, thick linen leggings, simple leather boots, rose-crested tabard padded lined gloves. Her jewelry consists of, she is not wearing jewelry. She is mounted upon a black war stallion named Lucky. She is your equal. Das kann ich nicht anklicken.
This is the part of the story where a daring rescue can thwart Death's intentions just in time, perhaps when it looks like it's already too late. I want to watch for that. I don't need to focus my eyes on Death, studying it in its slow progression. Its course is already clear. But there is a glory that is coming, and its journey to us is wild and quick and frightening, and I want to be watching for that glory. I want to stand trembling in awe before God and His power. Not sure that this thing that we've asked for is something we can quite manage, but trying anyway. Death is the given. But the life that is possible now for Joel, the miracle that could come now that death is so close, is something worth pursuing, worth risking everything to see with my own eyes.
Dehydration.
Huh. The sunset looks pretty from here. The orange glow cast on the wall. Better than the muted colors of this hospital. I wonder why they choose blues and greens. They, the ones who choose the colors that heal. Green for life. Blue. For comfort. Purple stripes to hide the stains. This chair is too small and sticks to my skin. I hate vinyl. Blue, purple. The ocean, maybe? No, under the ocean. Silent, warm, and salty, like tears. He won't stop crying. I don't blame him. He feels miserable. I hate that we're here. I hate that he's sick. I just want him to feel better. Shh, 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 shh. It's okay, Jolie. Shh. Oh, don't throw your head, buddy. Don't. Here we go. Bouncing around. Do you like that? Oh, I love your giggle. Bounce around. Is that funny? A bounce, a bounce, a bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, he won't stop crying. He's screaming louder. Buddy, don't you want juice? He hits the box. I don't catch it. He drinks it greedily. Big, deep gulps. Okay, Jolie, that's enough. Breathe, kiddo. And he does. And I wipe his face of snot and tears and juice. And then he vomits. And I catch it. I always catch it. I know you're thirsty, buddy, but you'll throw it up. No, don't grab too hard. You'll squirt all the juice out. Here, let me have it. I hate this room. I didn't used to. For a moment it was an adventure. I was cast as the compassionate and caring father, holed up with his fragile son in a small cleft in the rocks. The storm raging, waves ripping at the sharp black rocks below, and enveloped in my arms, he feels safe, and I am holding him firmly, trying not to slip. Because if you hold tight enough, nothing will take him. Right? It's so late, Joel. Lay down. I can't hold you. I can't make you feel better. Okay, buddy, okay, I'll hold you. Oh, Joel Bug, he looks so miserable. No! Don't hit your head on the bars, Joel. Joel! I know you're mad. Please stop. Please. Stop. I shake. I weep. I pray. I plead. I need peace. I am empty. You are. I don't know all that you are. You are there. I want you here. I want you to call my son. I cannot. And you've brought us this far. He's still here. Not dead. Not there. With you. Oh God, I want him here with me. Please. Peace. He sleeps. Thank you.
Wow. Peace. Be still. Whew.
There's a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples are on a boat. And a furious storm hits the sea, and everyone thinks they're gonna die. And where do you think Jesus is? Rowing alongside them? No. He's asleep in the back of the boat.
So his disciples are freaking out and wake him up and they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" So Jesus gets up and he says to the storm, "Quiet, be still." And the sea becomes completely calm. Then he asks his disciples why they are so scared and if they have any faith at all. Like he was frustrated with them. Because even though Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side of the lake," his disciples thought he was going to just let them die.
Look.
Oh, we're in Nevada. We're in Nevada. We're in Nevada. We're in California.
So, now that we're in California, how much longer to San Francisco?
About 3.5 hours, bud.
Oh.
Well, it's 10 a.m. now, so that means you guys can grab one more item from your road trip bags.
And it's my turn to be the king.
Oh, Elijah, it's okay. You were a very good, noble, just, and true king. But now we have to do what Isaac wants.
My first edict as king is we dance like monkeys for 30 minutes.
Maybe like 5 minutes?
Nope, babe. He said 30. We must do what he says.
This is the worst. Someone make Elijah the king.
Monkey tickles. There's monkey tickles.
My second edict as king is Elijah gets to be the king. Just kidding.
Good joke, King Isaac. What's the matter? Elijah, was that too loud for you? Oh, I'm sorry, kiddo. We were too loud monkeys.
So Joel died. Everyone does eventually, I suppose.
They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves Joel. Yes, Jesus loves Joel. Yes, Jesus loves Joel. La 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 la. He loves Joel so much. Oh, he loves Joel. The Bible tells me so.
But more than that, if he does die, will Jesus even care? Will he weep for him as he did for Lazarus? Will he weep for me? I think greater than my fear of death is that of insignificance. Or rather, my default assumption is that my thoughts and passions and loves and the stuff of my being are insignificant. How could the creator of all that is and ever was love my son as he did Lazarus? And could my soul stranded on this blue raft awash in a sea of stars, ice, and dust matter enough to him to turn his hand in mercy? Even while Jesus wept for Lazarus. 5 minutes later, he raised Lazarus from the dead.
I'm sorry. I should have known we'd both end up in the same place. We always do. It just scares me every time. I just really believe he'll be healed. I know you believe too, just when you act like that, I get all unsure.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
I just hope that. I don't know.
Wollen wir mal reingehen? Temple of God. Wow. Boah, ich krieg sofort wieder Gänsehaut, Leute. Ich weiß nicht, wie es euch geht. Was für ein Kontrast. Majestätisch.
Father, I pray right now that you would just, you would touch Joel right now. You created his cells, Lord. You created his body. You created everything that makes him up, Father. Father, you say in your word that you knew us before you formed us. You know the very number of hairs on our head, Father. Father, you're also Jehovah Jireh, the one that didn't just provide for us, but the one that looked ahead of us and provided before us, Father. Father, you have the provisions for us, Father. Thank you.
God, we just agreed there's nothing we hold on to. And God, we just love you, God. And we do just give Joel to you so entirely, God, because we know that you love him. And we know that you for him. But God, we also know that you hate cancer. That cancer is not your will. God, I just do not believe that you desire to carry Joel to heaven with cancer. God, I just don't believe that that's your will. I don't believe that that's your plan.
Father, I pray that you would bless them mightily. I pray that you bless them in their finances, you bless them in their health, and you bless their children, Father. Father, I pray that they would continue to be able to deal with every situation that comes up with raising each of their boys, Lord. Father, I thank you for the way that they're raising them, because you said if we'll raise up our children in the ways of you, Lord, that they will never depart from that. I believe that.
And Lord, I want to see a miracle. I want to see Joel
I cry out to see your love in total. God, just ask for your glory and peace, Lord, God, that we would see it here. Lord, because that is the nature of who you are, God. That is the nature of who you are, is that you would come closer and closer to your people. Lord, that we ask that we would see your glory in the land of the living.
Lord, we're here asking, so I gather we have at least a seat. Because if we didn't have a seat, we wouldn't be asking. So Lord, I ask you.
You know, as we come tonight to pray for Joel, I've never seen a miracle of this magnitude. Just like the disciples, they've never seen a miracle of thousands of people fed from 5 loaves and 2 fish.
Oh Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
God, this is what we ask. It's not for that reason you will say, God, your kingdom come. And God, Lord, we know you pray for that. I pray for you, Lord, raise Joel, Lord, give him new life. Let the abundantly to run with his brothers here on this earth, in this place. Your will be done.
Pray with all the strength, with all the faith that is in us, Lord. There is no time left for this child on this earth. And God, so we come to you, Lord, with faith of little children, with faith as small as a mustard seed. And Lord, we speak in the name of Jesus. Oh my God, let this child's soul come back to you.
He was not in the wind. He was not in the earthquake. He was not in the fire. He was here in a gentle whisper.
Picnic at the edge of the world.
So here we are. And the air is emptier without his laugh, and yet our hearts are still full, though with a different drink. And this ride we've been on for so long is silent, and so also the Lord. And so we sit here in this new silence, and long for the music to start again, and for the disc to spin again, even if it means going round and round for many more years. For at least we would be moving, and Joel would be laughing here on earth, and not only in heaven. But in this space, I sense his silence is only because he is drawing his breath. And now we know love and longing, empty and full, all in one moment. And I am grateful that we loved him well, and that we miss him well. And I hope that in the Lord's next breath, he will whisper his love song to you, his beloved, and that you will know him differently and more deeply. But now, you grieve in silence, yet not without his presence.
I remember you. You made it too. I'm glad you're here. I love it here. I bet you have liked it too.
Oh, pancakes.
Look at all of these pancakes.
Yeah.
Did you ever see pancakes like this? They're big as me. A big one is for me. A little one is for my dog. I always wanted a dog, and now I got one. I even got to name him Manju. Whoa, Bubbles? I love Bubbles.
Yeah.
Manju's doesn't catch a bubble. He likes to bite them. Look, I can catch one. I want more bubbles. I love the bubbles. Do you see a rainbow in a pebble? Come here, Manju. Have another pancake. I can eat whatever I want. I never fall.
Thank you for playing. For Joel, even green. Januar 12, 2009 bis 13. März. Uah. Vielen Dank euch fürs Zuschauen. Ich lasse das mal im Hintergrund hier laufen. Ich fand es sehr bewegend, ziemlich krass. Ich bin noch ein bisschen sprachlos. Ich hoffe, ihr habt euch auch mit hineinnehmen lassen können. Ich habe jetzt nicht so viel gesprochen. Das Spiel spricht, glaube ich, sehr für sich. Und ja, ich werde nochmal ein extra Video dazu machen. Und das Ganze nochmal ein bisschen reflektieren. Dann nochmal ausführlicher. Nochmal ein paar Gedanken dazu auch machen. Ich möchte an der Stelle aber nochmal eine Sache sagen, dass gerade auf der Homepage von dieser Familie, die ihr Kind verloren haben, auch darauf hingewiesen haben, dass dieses Spiel sehr gerne zum Let's Playen auch verwendet werden darf, zum Anschauen. Und sie haben aber trotzdem darum gebeten, dass jeder, der sich das anschaut, vielleicht doch den einen oder anderen Euro spendet. Ich werde es euch überlassen, jetzt dir ganz persönlich überlassen, ob dir dieses Spiel noch den einen oder anderen Euro wert ist. Ich werde in die Videobeschreibung einen Link packen, wo ihr direkt dorthin kommt. Und möchte an dieser Stelle einfach darauf hinweisen. Und jetzt werde ich euch noch den Abschluss hier, ich weiß nicht, wie lange der Abspann noch geht, aber den werde ich noch voll durchlaufen lassen. Vielen Dank euch und ich wünsche euch an dieser Stelle schon mal eine gute Zeit.